Hi everyone. Today we will learn about data interpretation using measure of central tendency. For this, let's quickly recall our previous lecture on measure of central tendency. In the previous lecture, we discussed the three main measures: the mean, the median, and the mode. And we said that these measures help us identify a single representative value from a data set. A single representative value means a value around which most of the data revolves. There we took an example. In that lecture we took an example, and that example was about test scores out of 10, and we calculated a mean, the median, and the mode. But remember, don't forget to write with these final calculated values the unit. Don't forget to write the unit with it. Here I haven't written any unit with it. This is a simple number. These all are simple numerical values, but you need to write a unit with it. Since our data was about test scores, then the unit was score. In this example, the unit is score. So mean is equal to 6.29 score. R marks score. You can write it like this: score. This is 6 score, and this is score. So now I have written unit with it. Now score is written, which is unit of interest. So the correct way to report result is mean is equal to 6.29 score, median is equal to 6 score, and mode is equal to 6 score. Now let's interpret the result. What does this 6.29 score means? So 6.29 score, this 6.29 score actually tells us that on average each student in the class scored 6.29 marks out of 10. The median and mode being 6 score tells us that this median is equal to 6 means half the students scored 6 or below, and the other half scored 6 or above. Whereas mode is equal to 6 means the most frequently obtained score in the class. So in these all three, mean is considered the best or the most powerful measure of central tendency. But when the data is appropriate means symmetric. Numerical answers without unit are incomplete. Okay, here is the interpretation. Mean is equal to 6.29 score means on average each student in the class scored 6.29 marks out of 10, because the marks is out of 10. Median is equal to 6 score means half the students scored 6 or below marks, and the other half scored 6 or above marks. whereas more is equal to 6 score means the most frequently obtained score in the class was 6 or 6 score. Okay, now where we use median. So we use median, where first let's talk about the mean. Where we use the mean. So you can use the mean when the data is numerical, symmetrical, and without outliers. Symmetrical here means that when the data seems to increase and decrease in a balanced pattern. Here you can see the pattern is balanced, not too small, not too large values. Similarly, here is another type of data. This is symmetrical data. So all the values seems to increase and decrease in a balanced pattern. So this is likely symmetrical. Okay, so mean is useful when the data is symmetrical and without outliers. Median, median is useful when the data is skewed or contains outliers. So here is a data set. This data set, this is with outliers because this 50 seems to be outlier because this is exceptional in the remaining values or with the remaining values. Similarly, mode is useful for categorical data or when you need to find the most frequent value in the data set. So you can use mode there. But in all these three measures, mean is the best to use. Why? Because it is mathematically powerful because of its formula, because its formula is mathematical in nature, that is x bar is equal to summation x divided by n. This is mathematically in nature. This formula is purely mathematical in nature. Okay, this is ideal for further statistical analysis because it is based on all values from the data set because of this formula. Okay, so thank you and see you in the next lecture.